I really like this movie. As a film enthusiast and a kid of the 90s, there is one cinematic experience that has always held a special place in my heart, and that's Independence Day. From the MCU to Michael Bay explosions, even this. None of it would be here if it were not for this. I'm Jamison, this is Pop Mythology, and today we're diving into one of the most classically badass films of our time, Independence Day. Before we go much further, give Pop Mythology a like or subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. A gem of a film that I watch every year on the 4th of July. It's as much of a holiday tradition for me as Die Hard is for Christmas. This film, through the use of scale, destruction, star power, and visual effects, forever changed the landscape of summer cinema. It paved the way for many blockbuster spectacles and principles that we've come to expect from Hollywood today. Before we can talk about how this film wrote the rulebook for the modern blockbuster destruction spectacle, that's a mouthful. Let's go back to the mysterious times of Furbies, boy bands, and presidential saxophones. The 1990s. A time of pure nostalgia and endless possibilities. Pop music icons like Britney Spears and the Spice Girls were ruling the charts, while grunge and alternative rock bands like Nirvana and Radiohead were providing the soundtrack to a generation. TV sitcoms like Friends, Seinfeld, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air were defining what 90s television meant. The internet era began, personal computing became a household staple, and the way we communicated and connected with the world was avidly transforming. Also, Pokemon was taking the world by storm. It was within this vibrant landscape that Roland Emmerich, the mastermind behind Independence Day, made his mark. Before bringing aliens to Earth, Emmerich directed Stargate, a sci-fi adventure film released in '94. This thrilling tale blended ancient Egyptian mythology with futuristic space travel, taking audiences on an otherworldly journey. With its mix of practical effects, groundbreaking CGI, and ambitious set designs, Stargate paved the way for Emmerich's future blockbuster endeavors. Roland Emmerich himself, a German filmmaker known for his science fiction and disaster films, earned the title of the Master of Disaster within the industry. His passion for epic storytelling and groundbreaking visuals shined through his works. If it's big and if it's being destroyed, chances are Roland Emmerich had his hands on it. It was the success and the impact of Stargate that laid the foundation for the grandeur and spectacle of Independence Day. The idea for Independence Day emerged during the promotion of Stargate, where it all started with a question from a curious reporter. Why make a film about aliens if you don't believe in them? Emmerich's response sparked the concept of waking up to a 15-mile-wide spaceship hovering over the world's largest cities. And just like that, the seed for Independence Day was planted. If aliens arrived from across the galaxy, would they hide on a farm or would they make a big entrance? This was the question that Emmerich and Devlin wanted to answer. Their goal, simply put, was to create a visually spectacular and audacious invasion like no other. Armed with their ambitious vision, Emmerich and Devlin embarked on a month-long vacation in Mexico. Because why not? Where they penned the script for Independence Day. Evidently, whatever they did on that vacation worked, as upon its completion, it didn't take long for their screenplay to catch the attention of 20th Century Fox. Astonishingly, just one day after its submission, the studio's chairman, Peter Chernin, greenlit the project. Pre-production kicked off like a mere 3 days later in February of '95. 3 days. I'm talking like Monday, you're sweating your ass off in Mexico, sipping a margarita right in the final bits of your movie, and Friday, you've literally got the green light. And though that is lightning fast for Hollywood standards, it's probably because of the epic plot that was presented. In the film, an otherworldly mothership descends upon Earth, releasing massive saucers over major cities worldwide, threatening humanity with annihilation. Among those intertwined in the battle for survival are U.S. Marine Captain Stephen Hiller, called back from leave to defend Los Angeles, and his girlfriend Jasmine and his son Dylan, seeking refuge from the imminent destruction. Retired pilot Russell Cass, an alcoholic crop duster and single stepfather, finds validation in the invasion, confirming claims of alien abductions that he has been spouting for years. In New York City, a technician named David Levinson, played by Jeff Goldblum, decodes a mysterious signal that is embedded in global satellite transmissions, revealing the aliens' coordinated attack. Urgently, David and his ex-wife, White House Communications Director Constance Spano, alert President Thomas Whitmore to the impending doom. The cast led by the heavyweights such as Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman, showcased the immense drawing power of A-list actors in a high-octane summer blockbuster. The film's success not only solidified the concept of assembling a star-powered cast to drive box office, but it also paved the way for other large-scale blockbusters to follow suit. Amidst devastating beams incinerating literal cities, President Widmore, the Levinsons, and others escape aboard Air Force One while Jasmine, Dylan, and their dog Boomer find shelter in a tunnel's alcove. Despite a valiant counterattack, the alien warships remain invincible due to force fields. Classic. Captain Hiller brings down an enemy fighter before landing in the Mojave Desert.
Welcome to Earth.
At Area 51, shocking revelations of a government UFO conspiracy emerge. Throughout the film, Independence Day sets new standards for visually depicting epic events on the big screen. The scenes in here of the White House and the Empire State Building and other things just getting absolutely destroyed showcases the immense scope and grandeur that can be achieved through special effects. The filmmakers employed visual techniques that were groundbreaking for the time, combining practical effects, miniatures, and computer-generated imagery to create destruction that left audiences in awe. And I think it's really easy to kind of take for granted that some of this stuff is so common nowadays. I feel like I can't watch 2 movies without seeing some sort of destruction. We've maybe become a little desensitized to it nowadays. What is incredible about this film is that it was the first one to really do it at that scale. Which is why I say, if we didn't have this film, we probably wouldn't have things like Inception. We probably wouldn't have the Avengers the same way that we'd have it. With time running out, David devises a daring plan to disrupt the aliens' shield using the most 1990s thing in the world, a computer virus. President Widmore leads a united global counteroffensive, enlisting volunteers with flight experience, including Russell Cass. The battle reaches its climax as Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum pilot a refurbished alien fighter into the mothership, resulting in an epic victory for humanity. With the shields down, President Widmore's squadron engages the alien fighters, and resistance groups worldwide destroy the remaining saucers. Russell makes the ultimate sacrifice, blowing up the mothership and saving Earth from total annihilation. To be real, I could probably gush about the plot details of this one for a very long time, and it was very hard to put the movie into like 3 paragraphs. The film has such a special place in my heart, and Independence Day's influence on the film industry cannot be understated. The box office success set a precedent for studios to invest heavily in summer releases, aiming to replicate the same level of excitement and financial gain. The term summer blockbuster became synonymous with action-packed, effects-laden films, and audiences began to anticipate the biggest and most thrilling cinematic experiences during the summer months. And at the end of the film, as the dust settles, reunions and celebrations fill the air as Independence Day takes on a whole new meaning. Humanity endures and dedicates the day as a testament to humanity's resilience, unity, and determination to face insurmountable odds. With Independence Day, director Roland Emmerich harnessed the power of spectacle and seamlessly integrated practical effects with state-of-the-art CGI. The film's jaw-dropping scenes left an unfading mark on cinema history, and these sequences not only captivated audiences, but also set a new standard for blockbuster filmmaking, prompting other filmmakers to push the boundaries of visual storytelling. Moreover, the film's success encouraged studios to prioritize the summer movie season, turning it into a playground for big-budget, action-packed extravaganzas. Independence Day became a blueprint for crafting high-octane cinematic experiences, with studios vying to deliver bigger, louder, and more adrenaline-pumping spectacles each summer. This cultural shift further solidified the notion that the summer months were a breeding ground for box office hits, and audiences eagerly anticipated the next wave of blockbuster releases. Independence Day is more than just a visual spectacle. It really does have heart and soul. Bill Pullman's powerful speech as President Thomas Widmore became etched in my memory, as well as many others, an embodiment of humanity's resilience and determination in the face of an existential threat. The film's ensemble cast, led by the charismatic Will Smith and the enigmatic Jeff Goldblum, added depth and emotion to the narrative, making me genuinely care about the characters' fates. Ultimately, Independence Day not only etched itself into the chronicles of cinematic history, but it also became a driving force in shaping the future of Hollywood's blockbuster landscape. Its lasting impact continues to be felt in the way that films are made, marketed, and celebrated, proving that a perfect blend of awe-inspiring visuals, engaging storytelling, and memorable performances can create a legendary cinematic experience that stands the test of time. As we bid farewell, I must say, watching this film every year on the 4th of July is as essential as grilling hot dogs and watching fireworks light up the night sky. It's become a tradition as classic as Will Smith punching aliens in the face. From massive spaceships hovering over the cities to the destruction of iconic landmarks, Independence Day showed us that alien invasions could be as explosive as the best fireworks you'll ever see. But let's not forget, as we celebrate the birth of America, we're reminded that it's not actually about fighting aliens, but about coming together as a country. So, while you're out there grilling burgers, and as the fireworks light up the sky, let's remember that the spirit of Independence Day isn't just confined to Hollywood. It's alive in the hearts of every American as we celebrate our independence in the pursuit of life, liberty, and awesome summer blockbusters. Until next time.